dije, no tomes. Ay. Ay. Our Uber. Appreciate you, Yusuf. Today we are on our way to Elite Tuner Show. We're not gonna be at the show, but we are just gonna go. We are just gonna be walking around and spectating. So I have Joy behind me, and I have Danny with the G80 that you guys have seen on my Instagram. And then we also have Alma, which just got a new F30. So I'll tag their Instagrams on the screen because I'm gonna be doing like a little bit of rollers. So if you guys want to follow anybody of those builds, you guys can follow them on Instagram. Going on, guys? So as you guys can see, we are in the E46. So right now we are actually going to go try to get the car inspected, or I'm going to try to go get inspected. I hope that the issues that I fixed were the only problems. I do have to replace the gas cap. I had the light come on one time, and then the check engine light came on after that. Right now it hasn't came on. You know, I don't have wood, but this is the closest thing. Also, I got to replace this. Previous owner at some point painted it red for whatever reason. I don't know. But I got to replace this to get it to match everything else along here. But yeah, so just to give you guys some updates, I'm going to be dropping this car off for paint really soon. So I do want to get the car inspected. The tag has been expired for almost a year. It'll be a year in September. And I really do want to get this car on the road so I don't have to drive my F32 all the time. As much as I love that car, but you know, I do want to drive this car. I enjoy driving it even though it's slow. Fix some other things on it in the future. But yeah, so I'll give you guys some updates once I get back. Hopefully the inspection goes good and we can go get the tag. Boy, the check gas cap light came back on. Damn it. I might have jinxed it. Hopefully we can get it to the shop and get it inspected, because I know it'll pass. I have a feeling that it'll pass as long as the stupid light does not come back on as soon as I get there. It's literally right down the road, so I'm hoping that I can get it to pass, because I do got to replace that cap. I forgot. I was meaning to order it and I keep forgetting. Obviously it's not an expensive part, but damn, hopefully, wish me luck, guys. All right, guys, we are officially legal once again. Now that we are officially road legal, I can go ahead and get the car painted. I already had plans to get the car painted anyways, but I'm glad that I was able to get it to pass inspection before I actually took it to the body shop or to the guy that's going to be painting it. So I'm really excited just to see the whole car finished. Like, once it gets painted, the color, I think you guys are really gonna like it. So I've told you guys before, but I'm not gonna say it in this video, so you guys will know what color I'm talking about if you go and watch some of my older videos, like I've mentioned it. But this car is gonna be all in one piece. I have a front lip that I kind of forgot about, that I didn't even know I had it, because I've had that thing for so long. I think so. It's been almost like 2 years that I've actually had that lip sitting. And we have a diffuser for this car that it's not the factory one, so it's a, I think it was a CSL style diffuser that I have in carbon that I'm going to be putting on. So we have the CSL lip, CSL diffuser. I'm not going to do any side skirt extensions. I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is, unless later on down the line I end up switching the front lip to the one that actually wraps around the whole bumper, because the one that I have now just kind of sits in the front. And to me, I think it looks weird with, if you have side skirt extensions and you don't have a lip that wraps all the way around, because that lip just actually sits like from here to the other end of the car, but then you don't have the side that finishes it. So when you look at it from a side profile, the side looks lower than the lip, than the front. So no side skirt extensions unless I switch the lip later on down the line. But I think with the front lip, the rear diffuser, and the CSL trunk, I think the car is going to look really clean once it's all put together. So aside from that, I mean, nothing on this car is really going to change. We're going to work on the interior, swap out the seats that I've been having sit for almost 2 years now that Joy got me. Do the headliner, fix that, because that's another thing that's been bothering me. Fix some of the interior stuff that's fading, like the back glass. I'll probably get the back window tinted as well. So I thought about doing fishbowl, but the car is going to be sitting outside, so I do want to protect the seats from fading as much as possible. So we're going to go ahead and just keep the car tinted. Just a slight tint. You guys can see it's really not that dark. I think it's only 35% on the sides, so we're going to do 35% on the back as well. But yeah guys, stay tuned, because it's going to be about a month. The guy's actually not going to be able to work on this car up until maybe like the first week of August, second week of August, and that's completely fine. But I'm just going to take it to him just in case he's able to work on it a little bit here and there. And yo, look at this angle. This angle looks really good. So I'm happy with the height that the car is at. I can feel comfortable driving this car anywhere, like in downtown, if I want to take it. Obviously we have another car that we can drive to, but if I feel like taking a slightly cooler ish looking car, I can take this one without having to worry about, you know, scraping on speed bumps and like some really dumb inclines that you usually come across in downtown areas. I'm glad that I went with the OEM hood, because once it's all put together, it's going to be like a really nice OEM plus build. Like, I'm going to order a new vent for the hood. I have the Black Kidney Girls at home. Overall, I'm excited for this car to be done. And then once it's all done, it's going to look really good next to the F30 and the F32. And then last but not least, later on down the road, I would like to get a E90 M3 and a E30. And I think I would be very, very content with my little BMW collection. I try to talk to Joy into getting a Z3. We might do it. I'm trying to convince her. It's a manual, but I think it would look really cool for her to drive that Z3 if we could do like a little standstill. Yeah guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna end the video here. This was a little bit out of the place. Later on down the road, we're gonna be doing a custom exhaust. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with the exhaust yet. So I do have the spare tire compartment still there that will prevent me from running a quad exhaust. But I was thinking about doing a single exit on this car as well, just because obviously it's not an M3, so I don't really exactly want to duplicate it all the way. But I think a single exit would look pretty nice if I just keep it on that side, and then that way I don't have to go too crazy with the whole rerouting of the piping and stuff, and then having to cut this spare compartment now, welding a plate back in place. So I think that's what I'm leaning towards, just doing a single exit out that way too. I've seen it on a E46 M3 in Japan, and it looks good as well, so we might do that. But yeah guys, look how good this looks. Now imagine once it gets painted, those wheels with the paint color that I'm going with, it's gonna look super nice. I think so. It's gonna look really, really clean.